Yeah, big pat on the back, and both Scott and Darcy Russell for me are the two standouts this weekend. They've done a tremendous job. Unfortunately, Darcy couldn't repair his car in time for race 3 after slapping the wall at the end of race 2 there, but you know, we expect Alan as a professional driver to be up the front in one of the fastest cars in the Australian GT Championship. John Chulin is another driver there on screen with Taplin that's been doing a fantastic job after an unfortunate Turn 1 incident in race 1.
And you get the feeling that Andrew Taplin's starting to close that gap a little bit too to the Industry Central's car as well.
Yeah, I think that there's a little bit more to be said between those two before this race is out.
Oh, okay. Down across the start-finish line they come to complete another lap, and Simonson edging away now. 2.5 seconds, the gap between first and second.
And you could see that last time through the first and second corners how Alan's car wasn't as aggressive off the curbs, and that's down to the driver just deciding as Alan approaches a back marker. Blue flags are waving. I don't know that he'll be expecting that.
Well, you wouldn't expect it around this circuit and around this part of the circuit too. Very, very tight, and Peter Pontus has done a great job in getting out of the way. Now he'll do the same for Scott Barguana, but always Simonson is going to be the first to approach the back markers, and he is obviously going to always be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, when you're leading a race, you're looking, so, oh, there's been a spin. That's Wong coming onto the main straight, last corner. Oh!
Keith Wong comes back out onto the main four just in front of the Porsche.
And Anthony Caceres doing a great job to avoid contact there at the last corner.
And he'll pick up a spot as a result, but Wong has put the power down and is closing up as he finally gets the car pointed in the right direction and uses some ripple strip.
And have a look at the front right of that Ferrari dragging on the ground. The split has been dislodged either from the spin or attacking the curbs like we saw just then.
Well, that's going to cost him some valuable time and some downforce. The car will want to understeer down through the turns as well. No problems with understeer for this car. The Cooper's machine well and truly on song, and of course Cooper's from South Australia. They originated here, so it's very much a home race for his sponsor.
Yeah, doing a great job, and Scott Barguana still tagging him behind, just close enough to be annoying for Alan, knowing that if he does make a mistake under brakes, that Scott will be there to take that position within a flash.
Yeah, and that's exactly where Scott's going to hope that he's going to make a mistake, but Alan doesn't make too many, I can guarantee that. Up across the top section of the circuit they come, nice and smooth. We have not seen the Ferrari move around under acceleration or brakes too much right across the weekend.
Yeah, every now and again you're going to get a race car which just works, and you know it's tough to come to a place like Clipsal and get one that works out of the box, but we've seen that from the Cooper's machine this weekend. It's been drivable. We haven't seen it slide around, as you mentioned. We haven't seen it pitch too dramatically under brakes. It shows the highlights across the surface, but that looks like one real nice car to drive at this point in time.
I wouldn't mind being in it at the moment. It's out in front of the field and doing a very, very good job. There's still battles going on further back in the field too as everybody tries to settle themselves down. Look at that. Anthony Caceres has actually been able to pull away from Wong, so he's given himself a bit of breathing space, not only taken the spot away, but increased the gap.
Look, the first time you have a spin at a street circuit and keep it off the walls is a very memorable experience, and Keith Wong's obviously just toned it down a little bit, doesn't want to make those same mistakes there. They are not fighting for the podium, so he just wants to gain some experience and become a little bit familiar with the handling characteristics of that car before he presses on.
And Keith Wong, a local here in South Australia, and I suppose the great thing about coming to a circuit like this is nobody can do any testing here. Well, you can, it's just not quite legal.
Yeah, well, we'd never advocate that, but testing around Clipsal just comes from race miles.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit on a computer, you can learn left and right on your video games or what have you, but once you get behind the wheel at a track like this, it is definitely something that opens your eyeballs, as we see that car, Taplin it was again, launching off the curbs.
I think he just lost his eyeballs. He rounds up Pontus, moves forward as he relegates him down one lap. Taplin on a charge at the moment, trying to stay in touch with Hector Lester.
And I can tell you that is a seriously quick racing car. We've had many battles on the track before, and in a straight line that thing has got some horsepower.
Awesome looking machine too. His fire-breathing dragon under deceleration there.
Absolutely. The first time that you see flames come out the back of a car that are more than 3 feet long, you think you're going to lose your eyebrows. But it is definitely something, particularly in the dark, in the long endurance races, night races, where flames are firing out the back. It's a spectacle to remember.
There's Mark Krashos in the number 10 Porsche, making his way around the circuit.
Oh, back back end
That's what you call understeer.
Yeah, just locking up the rears on the bumps there, as you could see the car stepping out, and as a peak plater it's always concerning when that stuff happens. But Simonson leading this last lap, he'll be enjoying this moment because it's been a flawless performance.
It has been. He's driven so well right across the weekend, and he's done it with challenges, don't forget. You know, right across the weekend, Scott Bargwanna has taken this battle right up to him, and I honestly didn't expect that coming into this round. So this has been an admirable performance, not only by Alan Simonson, but Scott Bargwanna as well.
I can tell you, the last time you run down the straight, you're looking at your gauges, you're relaxing your fingers, you're making sure that every gear change happens perfectly, and you're listening for noises that aren't there, but you're always second guessing. I wonder whether this is going to get over the line. At this point in time, Alan not only enjoying the moment, but also just nursing that car through the final few corners.
And you know what the team are doing on the final lap? Absolutely nothing. No one will look at each other, no one will talk, everyone just stays totally silent, and only when the car comes onto the start-finish line are they prepared to start showing some emotion.
Yeah, family and friends, fingers crossed on the wall for what will be a memorable performance by the Cooper's Racing Machine this weekend at Clipsal.
Here he comes, final race of the weekend, and Alan Simonson comes down across the line. He takes the checkered flag and a clean sweep here at the Adelaide Parklands.
Scott Bargwanna second, Mark Eddy, great performance in the quarterback Lamborghini. Ross Lilly was fourth, David Stevens from Hector Lester, then Andrew Taplin, and Mark Krashos rounding out the 8.